Okay, let's start. So this first question is actually very easy. Okay, it's simultaneous equation. That's the very first topic you all learned when you are taking A Math in Sec 3. Yeah? So it's a linear versus a non-linear. Okay, linear versus non-linear. So this is equation 1. This is equation 2. So this is easy. Why? Because this is already y subject and y subject. So you always sub from the linear form, make either y or x the subject. In this case, it's already y the subject. So you simply just sub 2 into equation 1. Okay, so this one means that, okay, x squared minus 6 is equals to 2x minus 3. So this is a quadratic equation. So bring everything to the left-hand side. X squared minus 6 minus 2x plus 3 equals to 0. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. So we are supposed to factorize this. Okay, factorize this. So what I'm going to do is, okay, cross method. So I will have x squared minus 3 minus 2x. X and x, this will be 3 and 1. Because here is minus 2x, so this is minus, this is plus. So we have plus x and then we have minus 3x. Check this one, add correct, multiply correct, multiply correct. So in the end, it is x minus 3, x plus 1 equals to 0. So we have x minus 3 equals to 0 or x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to 3, and x equals to negative 1. And don't stop there, you're supposed to solve y as well. So sub this into equation 2. You want to sub into 1 or 2 also doesn't matter. Okay, so that will give us y is equals to 2, 3 minus 3. So we have 3. Y is equals to 2 minus 1 minus 3 will give us minus 5. So therefore, it will be x equals to 3, y equals to 3. That is the one set. And the other set will be x equals to minus 1 and y equals to minus 5. Okay, this is very easy, but you need to know that what is the meaning of doing simultaneous equation. Okay, in E-Math, you all learned 2 linear. So it's like, okay, I have 2 straight line. This is in E-Math when you're doing the normal simultaneous. So you will see that 2 lines you will have, when you do the solution and solve the x and y, is actually the substitution can use for every simultaneous equation. So for those who always take A Math, I always ask them that you must master your substitution method. Okay, only E Math students will only take E Math alone. Then I will tell them, okay, you are allowed to remember how to use elimination if you want to. But for those who substitution is better. Okay, I feel that substitution is the best lah. Then for those who take A Math, I will tell them that, okay, you have no choice. No matter what, you have to master for substitution method. So this is E Math. When we have 2 lines, we have 1 intersection point. Then when you come to A Math, you have non-linear and linear. So non-linear has 3 situations also. You can have, let's say, a line and a curve. It can cut at 2 points. That's why we have 2 sets of x and y. Because there is 2 intersection point. Okay, 2 intersection point. But of course, there are also cases whereby the line and the curve only cuts at 1 point. So when you're doing a linear and non-linear, if you get only 1 point, don't need to panic. It simply means that it is a curve and a tangent. Okay. Then also there are times whereby, there's no solution. It means that it does not cut at all. Okay, so you need to know that in E-Math or A-Math, when we are doing simultaneous equation, we are trying to find the intersection point. Okay. Okay, so now let's take a look at the next question. So now we're going to do binomial. The question number 2 is binomial question. Okay. I don't know why this one I cannot see properly. Wait, give me a while. I saw someone keep repeatedly ask logarithm. I'm not doing logarithm today. There's no logarithm question today. But I know previously I did logarithm before. So if you want, go to my Y channel and go and see other, search under the video and search for logarithm. Okay? My arm, hairy or not hairy, what is it your business? Huh? Why you are so lame? Anyway, you are blocked already. Thanks for your comments anyway. Okay, come, let's continue the binomial. So binomial is one topic which is a lot of students always get very confused. First, okay, now let's take a look at this one. Write down and simplify the general term. So we have a general term formula, okay, for binomial expansion. So this is x squared is my a, and then my 3 over x is my b for this situation. So you will have t r plus 1 will be equals to ncr. I write out the formula first, which is a n minus r and br. So this is the general term formula. Okay, this is the general term formula. Then we're going to put in the numbers that we have. So in this case, because it's general, so that means there's no r. So just keep as r plus 1. Our n in this case is 15. So put 15r. Our a is x squared. And this is 15 minus r. My b is 3 over x. And then this is r. But we need to simplify this. Okay, so this one, this is indices law. So it's 2 times 15 minus r. So 15r will remain. This will become x 30 minus 2r. This will be 3 to the power of r. This is x to the power of r. And look at this. This is a denominator x to the power of r. Okay, so it means that if you're going to bring it up, it becomes x to the power of negative r. So I have 15r. Okay, x 30 minus 30 minus 2r minus r, and we have 3 to the power of r. Minus r is because I bring this up. This is at the denominator, x to the power of r. So I bring it up, so it becomes x to the power of minus r. So to simplify, in the end, I get 15r, x to the power of 30 minus 3r, and 3 to the power of r. Okay, so that is for 2a, whereby they ask you to simplify the general term. So you have to know how to use this. This is a very important formula. Okay, so next, hence determine the coefficient of x cubed in the binomial blah blah blah. So okay, now let's analyze this general formula, which is very important. Okay, so see, this 15r actually will only contribute to your coefficient. Okay, you will get two number, right? You will have x to the power of something. So you actually have this part and this part. So 15cr will contribute to your coefficient. X to the power of red pen here. This one is this one, correct? And this one is actually just number. So again, it is inside your coefficient. Okay. So now this, I'm going to form equation. So the red color one is actually the one that will contribute to my x to the power of something. So then you'll form the equation. So you say, oh, okay. So in the end, x 30 minus 3r is equals to x to the power of 3. So in this situation, same base already, it means that, oh, so therefore my 30 minus 3r equals to 3. So minus 3r equals to 3 minus 30. So minus 3r is equals to minus 27. R is equals to 9. So when r equals to 9, look at this, it means that it is the 9th term. The 10th term. So they want the 10th term. So this means that the 10th term will actually give us x to the power of 3. Okay. I don't know why I cannot see the chat today. Yes, it's the 10th term. So we are not done yet. Then now we're going to sub it back to here. So it will be T10, which is 9 plus 1. 15R means 15C9. X to the power of 30 minus 3 times 9. And this one will be 3 to the power of 9. So 15C9 will actually give us 5005. This will be x to the power of 3. Of course, it will give you x to the power of 3. Because in the first place, when we equate this, we are supposed to get x to the power of 3. 3 to the power of 9 will be 196. 19683. So when you simplify, you get 98513,415 x cubed. So take note, Take note, they're asking for the coefficient. So you got to be careful, as in they're asking you for the term or are they asking you for the coefficient? So if they're asking for only coefficient, this is not my final answer. You will have to say, therefore, coefficient of x cubed is equals to 98513,415. Okay? So this is how you do the using the general term for the binomial. Okay, I cannot really see the comment today. I don't know why. Ayo, I tell you, the TikTok, don't know why the... Okay, so any question on this part before I move on? These are very important. They will definitely come out one questions on binomial, okay? Okay, any part whereby you need me to explain? If there's no, then after that I will move on to the next part. No such thing as start again. You want to watch replay, you can watch replay. If you don't understand certain part, I can explain. Don't ask me to restart, okay? Because the general formula is TR plus 1. 10th term, the R will be 9. If you want the 5th term, the R will be 4. So in this case, my R is 9, so it's 10th term. Okay, so this is how you're going to do this question. Okay, let's move on to the next part. So now they ask you to explain why there is no term in 1 over x to the power of 5. Okay, in this expansion. And this is exactly the same. So it means that I'm going to do this. I'm going to use this and say, okay, I'm going to let x 30 minus 3r equals to 1 over x5 is actually x to the power of negative 5. Okay, x to the power of negative 5. Then after that, you're going to just, okay, remove the base. So 30 minus 3r equals to minus 5. 3r minus 3r equals to minus 5 minus 30 minus 3r equals to minus 35. So when you want to solve the r, you get 11.666. So by doing this, you say, okay, since r is not an integer, okay, you will say that there is no term. There is no term for 1 over x5. Okay? Okay, so this is how you do this part. Wow, so many lame people around today. Wow, I got no... anyway, my moderator will block accordingly. I got no strength to go and entertain these people. They damn free. Super free. Wait, give me a moment. Can you see the... Aiyo, I can... I'm so pissed with this thing. Okay, let me just put like that. Okay. Can? This is the best I can do. I don't know whether you can see the full screen or not. If not, I have to shift a little bit up. Is it better? Like I mentioned, I'll be doing papers revision. So it's like one topic each question only. So if you want to know more, you can go to my Y channel. Go under my Y channel, search under the video binomial. There will be a lot of questions there, okay? Same thing, go to my Y channel, go under my videos. You can just search for Trigo. You should be able to see a lot of questions there. Yes. So now let's move on. The next one will be equation of circle. Okay, let's focus on learning. You hate math, don't hate math. Don't write here. Thank you. I'm not interested to know now. Please, I'm trying to revise for A math now, so don't flood my chat, okay? I cannot see the genuine question from the other students. You hate math, you just swipe away and see other TikTok. Don't type here and chit chat here. Thank you very much. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. Equation of circle. So when they give you the equation of circle, this is called the general form. Okay, this type is called general form. General form. So I need to shift it into the standard form so that I will be able to see what is the center of the circle as well as the radius of the circle. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use computing the square. Okay, use computing the square. I know you all, yes, compute the square, good. Okay, I know some of you all use the 2F and 2G, but I never use that one because I feel that computing the square is a skill that we have to know, be it whether it's in E math or A math. Okay, so why don't just straight away just use computing the square? You understand? Okay, better than just have to memorize again another formula. Okay, we already have so many formulas to remember, so we limit the number of formulas that we need to memorize. So now I'm going to just write out the equation first. So it's x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y equals to 36. Okay, so take note. Sometimes you might see 4x squared plus 4y squared example. So if in such situation whereby you have 4x squared plus 4y squared, then you divide by 4 throughout. Because for equation of a circle, you need to make both sides to be 1x squared and 1y squared. So you might ask me, okay? So you might ask me, say, okay, what if it is 2x squared plus 3y squared? Then how am I going to divide? For equation of circle, the coefficient of the x squared and y squared will definitely be the same. Okay? So I'm going to group the x together. So x squared minus 4x group together. Y squared minus 6y group together, and the number, just keep it here. So we're going to do computing the square. Look at this one and then this one. So we are going to apply computing the square on both sides. Okay. Okay, so x squared minus 4x, let's do computing the square. So it will be x minus, we follow this sign, so it's minus. Take this number over here, coefficient 4, divide by 2. So I get, okay, I'm going to just write 4 over 2. I'm taking the 4, divide by 2, and then you square it. And minus, this is always minus, backside square. And my backside will be this one. So it's 4 over 2. No, this is x squared minus 4x. See, x squared minus 4x is here. Oh, the plus 6y. Yeah, correct. Thank you. So this one is y squared plus 6y. Thanks for highlighting. Thanks. Thank you. Why? Wait, I cannot see the chat. 我要疯掉了。 Okay, today the chat I cannot really see. So why don't put the minus inside the second bracket? No. Okay, you don't put a minus inside the second bracket. Cannot. You must see this sign is already for this one. Okay, I just want to minus the backside square, which is the coefficient. So never put the minus inside here. Never. Okay? So now let's do the computing the square for the second part here. So this one will be y, and I mentioned this sign will follow this sign here. So this is plus. And then after that, you're going to take the 6 divided by 2. Okay, 6 divided by 2. So it's 6 over 2 square. And this one is forever minus backside square. And like I mentioned, the backside is this one. So it's 6 over 2. Okay, equals to 36. Can someone block the... Okay, I'm going to block it. I can block. I'm going to block. Irritating. Okay, so now let's simplify. So I will have x minus 2 square minus 2 square plus y plus 3 square minus 3 square equals to 36. No, the thing is, yes, I agree that whether with minus or without minus, after you square it, it becomes positive. It is true. But presentation-wise, it's wrong. Understand? So, wait I cannot really see the chat today. Please don't flood Why is it that it's 4 over 2? Where did the 2 come from? It's a method. Okay, it's a method. It is always taking the coefficient divided by 2. It's a fixed. Divide by 2 is fixed. Okay, so then let's simplify. So I will have x minus 2 square plus y plus 3 square equals to 36. This one is minus 4, correct? I'm going to bring over, so it becomes plus 4. This is minus 9. If I bring over, it becomes plus 9. So 36 plus 4 plus 9 give us 49. I have to put it in the form of r square, so it's 7 square. So by looking at this, you can see that the equation of the circle is this. So you compare with this formula. I'm going to write out the formula. It's x minus a square plus y minus b square equals to r square. So this is the standard form. Okay, this is the standard form. So by doing completing the square, I put it into the standard form format. I can straight away know that, oh, my center is a, b. So in this case, I will know that my center is 2 minus 3. See, now you compare. So A is 2, right? B, because here is minus B, this is plus 3. Therefore, my B is minus 3. So my center is 2, negative 3. Now the radius will be r squared, which is here. You can see that by comparing, you know that my radius is 7 units. So therefore, the radius is equals to 7 units. Done. Okay, they ask for the radius, they ask for the center, and that will be our answer. Okay. Okay, let's move on. So definitely you must know how to find out what is the center as well as the radius. This is very basic. Okay, next. The highest point on the second circle, C2, is 3, 6, and the equation of the tangent at the lowest point is y equals to 4. So what I'm going to do is, okay, I'm going to just randomly draw a circle. They say that the highest point is 3, 6. Highest point means is above the center. So this one is 3, 6. Okay, and then after that, they say that the equation of the tangent at the lowest point. Lowest point, it means again, same thing, below the center. And they say it's a tangent. Tangent means that I'm going to draw a horizontal line that touch. So, in this case, the tangent line is a horizontal line, which is called y is equals to 4. So, if we know this one is y equals to 4, it means that over here, we will know that the y coordinate is 4. Agree? And because highest point, lowest point, actually they are the top, above the center of the circle and below the center of the circle. So this is a vertical line. Understand? This is a vertical line. Yes, perpendicular to the radius. Good. So in this case, we know that the x coordinate is 3. Now they ask, this second circle, they ask you to find the radius as well as the C2. So from here to here, you know that it will be 6 minus 4, which is 2 units, right? So the diameter, you can see that the diameter is actually 2 units. Because I take the 6 minus the 4. 6 minus the 4. Okay, and they want the radius, so simply just divide by 2. Divided by 2, so it's just 1 unit. And how about the center? Okay, the center is simply the midpoint. Okay, it's simply the midpoint. It's simply the midpoint. So how do you find midpoint of a line segment? Okay, so midpoint, you will take the x1 plus x1 plus x2 divided by 2. For this case, because it's on the same line, but never mind, I'm just going to show you. It's 3 plus 3 divided by 2, 6 plus 4 divided by 2. And of course, this one is 3 and this will be 5. So therefore, center is 3, 5 and the radius is 1 unit. Okay? Okay, so this is how you do this. So now what you learn is when they talk about highest point, it means that it is above the center. When we talk about the lowest point, it is below the center. In other words, highest point and lowest point is actually form the diameter. Today I never do any log question. Okay, there's no log question for today paper. Okay, so let's move on. We are not done with the circle question. There is still part C. Okay, there's still part C. Next, of course, they will ask you, okay, find out what is the equation of the C2. So I'm going to just, for easier reference, but normally I already did just now question 2. If you miss it, you can watch the TikTok replay. Okay, so I'm going to write out just now what we had. Our center was 3, 5, and just now our radius was 1 unit. So with this, you must know how to form the equation of the circle. So we have x minus 3 square plus y minus 5 square is equals to 1 square. Okay, no need to expand unless they ask for general form. Okay, so x minus 3 square plus y minus 5 square, you only need to simplify the right hand side. So you just put a 1. So this is fine. Okay, so I'm going to highlight here. This is standard form. Okay, unless they ask for general form, you expand. Okay, if they ask for general form, then you expand. If not, it is fine to leave your answer in standard form. Understand? let me see. Just now that question. If center is -3 -5, the equation is, yes, good, correct. Sen, you are right. Wow, thanks Edward for helping me to answer, okay? I would like you all to help me to answer. I cannot really see the comments today. Okay, so I see that somebody asked me to expand. So now, it is okay to leave answer in standard form, but I'm going to just demo and show you how I'm going to put in the general form. So that's the format, the equation of the circle. So let's expand. If I expand, I will have x squared minus 6x plus 9, y squared minus 10y plus 25, okay, minus 1 equals to 0. So we will have x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 10y. Let's simplify the number. Number will be 9 plus 25 minus 1, so it's 33. So these will be what I call the general form. Okay? Okay, next, this one. Okay? Determine, showing your working clearly. They ask you to determine whether the C1 and C2, just now the two circles, whether they meet each other or not. Okay, so I'm going to show you the reason how we're going to do it. You imagine three situation. Two circle will not meet. Okay. The circle will meet at 2 points. The circle will meet at 1 point. You only have three situations, correct? So how am I going to know? How am I going to know whether these two circles does not meet? They meet or they meet at 1 point. Okay, so how are you going to know which situation? So now the trick is you're going to take the center of the circle, the center of the circle. So in our situation, we have one circle, and okay, actually here, this is the one that actually I did. This is the one that I did. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is, okay, I'm going to draw out. Wait. So our smaller one, this one, the center is 3, 5. This one, the center is 2 minus 3. What you need to do is, you just need to find the length of these two center. Okay, find the length from here to here. Find the length. Find the length. So find the length, and how am I going to determine whether is it this case 1, case 2, or case 3? If the length is longer, okay, I shall call this, maybe say R1. This one I call it R2. So if my length is longer than R1 plus R2, then it will be case 1. Agree or not? If the length is longer than the two radius add together, it means that they do not meet. Agree? If the length is less than R1 plus R2, it means that they meet at 2 points. If the length is equals to R1 plus R2, it means that they touch each other. Agree? So in this situation, I'm going to find the length of these two center. Okay, let's find the length. So using the length formula, 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 2 square plus 5 minus 3. So 5 minus 3 square and square root. You get square root 89. Change to decimal, change to decimal. So it will be 9.4339. And this is longer than the 2 radius. This one, the small circle radius was 1. Just now, the first circle radius was 7. So 7 plus 1 is 8. So you will say this is more than 7 plus 1. Therefore, we will say that C1 and C2 does not meet. They do not meet each other. Do not meet. Can understand what I mean? I hope this is clear. 89 is, after I work out, this one is square root 89 lor. If I'm not wrong. Remember it's correct. Let me see. Oh, did I write something wrong? 3, wait, check. 3, 5, and 2 minus 3. 3 minus 2 square. Wait, 3 minus 2 square. So it's 1 square. Oh, I think this is not square root 89. Yeah, this is not square root 89. Is it? Let me check. Wait. 3 minus 2 square. So this is 1. 8 square. 64. 64 plus 1, 65. Square root 65. Okay, sorry. Yes, there's a calculation error, but it is still more than 8. Okay, this one should be 65. 65, This is 65. Square root 65 actually give me 8.0622. It is still more than 8, It is still more than 8. So therefore, they do not meet. Understand? Okay, so this is how you find out whether they meet or don't meet. Why if length more than that? I already draw and show it to you. If the length from here to here is longer than the R1 and R2, they do not meet. Look at the case 2. Okay, let's take a look at case 3 first. If the length is equals to the R1 plus R2, it means that they just touch each other. Okay, and if the length is shorter than R1 plus R2, it means that they meet at 2 points. Okay. For those who keep asking me when I do this topic, when I do that topic, please, please follow me on the T channel. And when I upload the PDF worksheet in advance, you can click into the PDF and go and look at the question and then see what topics are that I will be going through, okay? And then if you don't see the questions in the PDF worksheet, I'm not going through. Okay, easy, right? Is it possible smaller circle inside bigger circle? Oh yeah, you are right. I know what you mean. Possible. So let's say, for example, you mentioned that it is inside. So let's say like that. Here. And then maybe say this one is here. Let's say here. It's the same. Okay, good. That's a good point. So I have a case 4. It means what? It means that if my length, you see the length, if my length is shorter than the longer one, let's say R1 is the longer radius, is smaller than the R1. You will know that the smaller circle is inside, right? Agree or not? Okay. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, next is differentiation. So this is going to be differentiation of logarithm. This one is a popular question, as in like they ask you to differentiate. Then they have a second part whereby they ask you to do integration using the differentiation that you do. This is very important. They like to come out with this kind of question. Okay, so let's differentiate this. You can see that this is 3x squared. Yeah, Sec 3 haven't learned this. This one is learned in Sec 4. So 3x squared times ln x. So that means this is multiplied. Yeah. Yes, product rule. So we're going to say, okay, to differentiate 3x squared ln x, I will apply the product rule. Keep left, that means keep the 3x squared. Differentiate ln x, which will give me 1 over x. Okay, and then plus, keep the right, which is ln x, and differentiate the left, which is give me 6x. So 3x squared divided by x, it will end up having 3x plus 6x ln x. Okay, so that's for part A. So this is how you differentiate using product rule. Okay, then let's move on to the second part. Hence, show that Okay, now look at this. Every time when you have this kind of question, I want you to write the reverse. So if I differentiate this, I get this. Do you agree that I write if I integrate 3x plus 6x ln x, it should give me back this. Okay, always write the reverse. And of course, we have a plus c because this is indefinite, no limits. So, see here, differentiate this, give me this. So, I have to write the U-turn thing, the reverse. So, you say, oh, integrate this will give me back this. Okay, write this out first. Okay, this is the first thing you need to write out first. Then, now, you look at this. My concern is I want to find out what is integrate of x ln x. And do you see that over here, there's one part that I'm interested. This part, So, I'm going to split it, See, I will have integrate 3x dx plus integrate 6x ln x dx equals to 3x squared ln x plus c. Yes, I took out the 6 already. I took out the 6. So, your objective is you need to make this one the subject. So, let's integrate this as per normal first. Okay, integrate this as per normal. So, this is 3x squared over 2. This one, just keep it as it is first. No need to change it. So, it becomes 6 integrate x ln x dx equals to 3x squared ln x. This one, see here, this is 3 over 2x squared. I'm going to bring it to the other side. So it becomes minus 3 over 2x squared. So we just need to do one last step is I'm going to divide by 6. So it becomes integrate x ln x dx is equals to 1 over 6 3x squared ln x minus 3 over 2x squared. Actually, the plus c doesn't matter. Somebody asked me, if I write plus c, then after that, do I need to put other alphabet? Actually, the c just represent constant. You want to put c, d, e, doesn't matter. Eventually, it just means it's a constant. Why the integrate for the... Why the integration for the 3x no plus c? Doesn't matter because plus c, it become another constant, correct? So just write 1 plus c is fine. Okay? Yes, let's focus on learning. You all have to understand. I think Sunday got a lot of people too free already. So a lot of trolls write a lot of rubbish. So I also try to ignore. And pardon me if I miss out your question, because the shows, I cannot really see the comments today. The desktop, TikTok a bit crazy today. I don't know why I cannot see the comments. So I'm seeing it from my handphone. But when I see from my handphone, I can only see a very small comments section. So if I miss out your question, you can repeat the question. Yes, let's just focus on learning. Let's continue. So this 1 over 6, I'm going to so-called multiply in. So in the end, integrate x ln x dx will be equals to 1 over 6 times 3 is just half. So it's half x squared ln x. 1 over 6 times 3 over 2 will give you 1 quarter minus 1 quarter x squared plus c. And we are done. Okay, it is not necessary to change the c to d or e. It just simply means a constant. Okay, this is Singapore math. I'm not so sure which grade is it. But for Singapore, this is we learn differentiation integration in Sec 4. Okay. So this is a popular question that they always like to come out. So I repeat. First part, you differentiate using product rule. Okay, many times this one, when you write the reverse, you can break into 2 parts. So you can see that I break into 2 parts. One part you can integrate as per normal. Then the other part you cannot integrate, but it's okay because that is what we want to make it a subject. And the one that you can integrate as per normal, you can just bring it to the other side. And in the end, you just need to make your integrate x ln x dx as the subject. You understand? Okay, so this is how you do this question. Okay, so we are not done with question 4 because there is still 4b. Sorry, 4c. Now they ask, okay, the curve y is equals to fx. Pass through the point, blah, blah, blah. So they say f prime x equals to 1 over x plus, da, da, da. He asks you to find fx. F prime x, in this case, let me just tell you, some students who are not very familiar, they say, hey, what is this f prime? They are used to seeing dy dx. Then suddenly come out this f prime x. It's the same thing. So when let's say, for example, when my y is fx, okay, dy dx is simply just f prime x. Okay, so it's the same thing. So when you see this, you don't, what is that? Okay, then when we differentiate one more time, it will be prime prime. Understand? So during exam, if you see so-called comma here, then you don't know, what's that? What's that? Now you know what is it. Okay, so now in order to find fx, I need to integrate my f prime x. No, integrate, then find f1. No need. You don't need to find f1. You know why? Because they already have the 19.4 here. You already have the coordinates. So you can straight away just submit the coordinates, BT. Okay, so I'm going to write here. So my f prime x given to me is 1 over x plus x ln x. Yes. Wait, later I show you. So now if I want to find my fx, I will do my integrate 1 over x plus x ln x dx, correct? Now let's integrate. Integrate 1 over x is ln x. Yes, ln x. So this is ln x. Then after that, this one, how to integrate x ln x? That comes your, just now the front part. Just now, we already do our integrate x ln x, remember? So actually what you need to do is just put this and put it behind. Plug this and put it behind. So it means that this one will be half x squared ln x minus 1 quarter x squared plus c. Okay? So how am I going to find the c? Okay? You have to start a point which is on this function. And they give us a point here. The x is 1. The y is 19 over 4. The y means is fx. It's the same meaning. So what you need to do is simply just sub 1, 19/4. So it means that it will be 19/4 equals to ln 1 plus half 1 square ln 1 minus 1/4 1 square plus c. Ln 1 is 0. So I have 19/4 equals to 0 plus 0 minus 1/4 plus c. Ln 1 is 0, so the whole thing is 0. This is also 0, so I only left with minus 1/4 plus c. So to find c is simply 19/4 plus 1/4, which is 20/4, which is 5. Right, BT? So you see, actually I already have the y, so you don't have to go and find f1 again. And there's no way you can find f1 also because we have an unknown c, understand? Okay, so now in this case, so now we know. So now my fx will be ln x plus half x squared ln x minus 1/4 x squared plus 5. And that will be your final answer. So integration is there will be a plus c. That's why we always need to sub a point in order to find out what is my c. A point which is on the curve. Okay. Now this one seems like, what are they talking? State the range of values of x for which fx is defined. Now let's analyze. You see, your fx is equals to ln x plus half x squared ln x minus 1/4 x squared plus 5. So I want to highlight or remind you about logarithm law. Okay, log AB. Okay, log AB. My A must be positive number, my B also must be positive. So A and B are not allowed to be negative. Okay, they are also not allowed to be 0 so lah. And also, there's an additional condition for the A cannot be 1. So you need to know the condition for the logarithm. So now come back to here, look at this, let's analyze. So my x is here. Here also got x. This one actually doesn't matter. So by looking at this logarithm, you already know that my x must be more than 0, right? So therefore, actually, simply just x more than 0, that's all. Okay? B cannot be 0. You can key calculator, you see, for example, I put ln 0. Error, Your B is not allowed to be 0, Okay, so this is how you do this question number 4. Okay, so now let's move on to, okay, before I start, you must have saved an entire country in your past life. How do you do this? Wow, Vancy, such a nice compliment. Wow, for the whole day, you know, I teach from 9 a.m. Until now, I don't see any appreciation. Then I see a lot of people scolding me also. But I don't want to bother about them. I'm so tired. Okay, anyway, can I take a sip of water? And then at the same time, can you help me to do combo light? As well as help me to share? Thank you very much. Thanks for the thank you. Okay, let me drink some water first. Hi, Miss. Can I have your brain? All my students want my brain, you know. But don't have lah. That is everyone dream or wish, but it's impossible. We still have to put in hard work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, come, let's continue this. Okay, this is a logarithm exponential application. Again, this kind of question will definitely come out one. Okay, they will definitely come out one questions. It's either exponential or logarithm. So let's take a look at this question. The amount of bacteria at the bottom of a seabed is given by this formula over here. They say T is the number of years after 1st Jan 2010 and K is a positive constant. They ask you to sketch the graph for P equals to blah, blah. So you need to know how to sketch for exponential graph. Okay, so first, because my K is positive, so exponential graph will definitely be this direction. Please don't put Y and X. Your formula is P in terms of T. So here is P and here is T. And for... Thank you for sharing for info. Wow. I know that there's also other country people are learning math from me as well. Happy to help worldwide, internationally. Okay. So remember to help me to like and share. This is English. Thank you very much. Okay, so now when you draw exponential graph, you only have two shapes. It's either you slope up or you slope down, correct? How do you know whether it's the other direction? When my K is negative, then it will be the other direction. My K is positive, so it's going upwards. And when you draw the graph, so this situation, you need to tell us what is the P-intercept. So P-intercept is T equals to 0, correct? So if you sub T equals to 0, you see, if I'm going to sub T equals to 0, my P equals to 50,000 e to the power of K0. K times 0 is 0. E to the power of 0 is 1. So P is equals to 50,000 times 1. So therefore, it is 50,000. So this point, you just need to put 50,000. And of course, label, this is P is equals to 50,000 e to the power of KT. That's all. 1 mark, you're supposed to just sketch this way. Okay, you expected to know exponential graph and show the important intercept. This one is E. Exponential graph is this direction. Okay, you only have two exponential graph. You either have this or this. That's all. This one is just now I mentioned. Okay, this is when K is positive. Okay, this one is when K is negative. You only have these two types. Okay, and in this case, you see, there's not 1 here, so originally this one is 1. But just now we have a number in front instead of 1. That's why our P-intercept is 50,000. Okay, logarithm graph. Okay, let me talk about logarithm graph. Let's say, for example, I want to draw logarithm graph is fixed. It's always like that. Hoi. For example, if I want to draw for y equals to log 5x. See here, I'm going to talk about logarithm graph. How do you plot logarithm graph? It's definitely in this shape. Okay, but this is for log 5x. And remember just now I mentioned about the logarithm, whereby the b must be more than 0, right? So in other words, the b cannot be 0, right? In this case, you see, if I'm going to draw for this, my x cannot be 0. So my asymptote will be x equals to 0. So asymptote, I forget how to spell. Is it like that? Wait. Suddenly I cannot spell. Is it like that? Is it correct spelling? So the asymptote is x equals to 0. Okay, thank you. Yes, Okay, so x equals to 0 is actually the y-axis. And then I just need to show what is the x-intercept. And x-intercept is x equals to 0, correct? ASYM, correct. Okay, so I just need to sub y equals to 0. So my log 5x is equals to 0, x equals to 5 to the power of 0, x equals to 1. Therefore, I know this is 1. So this is for the graph y equals to log 5x. So now I'm going to draw some more. If let's say today I'm asked you to draw for, let's say I want to plot for y is equals to log 5x minus 1, example. So let's say I want to draw this graph. Okay, so this x minus 1, remember I said this x minus 1 cannot be 0. So x cannot be 1, correct? So therefore the asymptote, okay, ym, asymptote will be x equals to 1. So this one a little bit different from just now that one. So when you want to plot this, you will have to draw the x equals to 1 first, the asymptote, the vertical line. And it means that your graph cannot cross over this line, understand? Cannot cross over this line. So I know that it will be this shape. Okay, I will know it will be this shape. It's fixed one. Now the question is, what is my x-intercept again? So I'm going to sub in again my y equals to 0 here. So it will be log 5 x minus 1 equals to 0. Push up. So my x minus 1 is equals to 5 to the power of 0. X minus 1 equals to 1. X equals to 2. So it means this time round, this one will be 2. So this is y is equals to log 5 x minus 1. Understand? So to draw logarithm graph, the first thing you need to do is, thanks for the rows, the first thing you need to do is find out what is your asymptote. Okay? So in this case, when it's x, my asymptote is x equals to 0, which is the y-axis. So that is why the graph does not cut through the y-axis. And then after that, I need to find the x-intercept. I just need to sub y equals to 0. And then I say, okay, my x is equals to 1. Okay, then if we're going to draw for logarithm graph, whereby this one is x minus 1. So we say, okay, x minus 1 cannot be 0. X cannot be 1. So my asymptote is the line x equals to 1. So you need to draw the vertical line here to tell yourself, okay, your graph cannot pass through this line x equals to 1. So then the shape is the shape is fixed. The shape is fixed. And then of course we need to find the y-intercept. You just need to do the same thing. Sub y equals to 0, okay, x equals to 2. So just fill in and say this is 2. So this is how you draw logarithm graph. Okay. Exponential graph is only this shape or this shape. And then the y-intercept is simply just need to sub in x equals to 0 to find out what is the y-intercept. Okay, now back to just now that question. Where is it? Okay, so just now we were doing this question. Okay, over here, given that the above at the amount of bacteria double every 2 years. Okay, show that k equals to blah blah blah. So this is actually very easy. Why? You see, when t equals to 0, the bacteria was 50,000. This was the initial one, right? Initial, When they say every 2 years it double. So do you agree that t equals to 2 years, my bacteria double, so it become 100,000. Right? So all you need to do is you're going to sub this in. Okay, sub this. So sub into this one. So we have, okay, 100,000 is equals to 50,000 e to the power of k2. This one, take note, a lot of students don't know how to solve this. Okay, please see here. This is multiply. So multiply by 50,000. If you bring over to the other side, it is divide. So 100,000 divided by 50,000 equals to e to the power of 2k. Okay, 2k is because k times 2. Then this now become 2. So 2 equals to e to the power of 2k. So to solve this, you need to ln both sides. So we need to ln both sides. So ln 2 is equals to ln e. Power law, this one bring down, so 2k is in front. And we all know that ln e is 1. So therefore, it will be ln 2 equals to 2k. K equals to ln 2 divided by 2. Divide by 2 means it's times half. So it is half ln 2. Shown. Okay. Wow, I think today we can end early. After this question, we left with a R formula question. Then we can end for the TikTok live today. Anyway, teacher Kenji very tired today already. I teach from 9 a.m. until now. I want to, okay. So any questions before I move to the last part? Thanks for the rose. Sure, can do one more area under the curve or not? You go same thing like I mentioned, go to my TikTok and go to my Y channel and go and search the topic. I believe you can definitely see videos there, okay? I'm strictly just doing questions on the PDF, okay? Okay, for those who are new, you can just go to my TikTok profile. On my bio, you can click on the link. The last button will go to my T channel, whereby you can download the PDF worksheet. The second last button will go to my Y channel. Go under the videos and search for the topic that you want. I believe you can search, you can find many videos there, okay? Cher, do you teach N-level A Math? Yes, I teach both. I teach all stream, Normal Tech, Normal Acad, Express, A Math and E Math. Okay, this topic is not in Normal Acad, Normal Acad A Math. Because they don't learn logarithm and exponential. In other words, they don't learn logarithm. Okay? So now, this one. They say, find the year in which the amount of bacteria first reach 450,000. So, in this case, I'm going to say this is P is equals to 450,000. That means the bacteria is 450,000. So, all I need to do is just sub P is equals to 450,000. 40, okay. So the formula, where's my formula? So my formula is this one. But of course, I already know my K. So you will write for 450,000 is equals to 50,000 e to the power of half ln 2 t. Okay, the K, you already found it from here. So touch wood, during exam, if let's say, oh, I cannot find my K, but then you see, they already give you your K. If you're not able to prove, you can still use the K and do the last part. Okay? So, again, just like I mentioned earlier, when you see this question, don't panic. This is simply multiply. So now I'm going to bring the 50,000 over to the other side. So 450,000 divided by 50,000, okay, you will get 9. So this will be e to the power of half ln 2 and t. So how you're going to solve this is you're going to just ln both sides. So this situation, okay, because it's base e, so you ln both sides. You cannot choose to log. Okay, ln is whenever you have base e. Log when you have base 10. When you don't have base e, you don't have base 10, it doesn't matter you use log or ln. So in this case, I'm going to ln both sides. So ln both sides. So I will have ln 9 is equals to ln E, and then this one I can put here, half ln 2t. Yeah, okay, never mind. A bit squeezy, ln E half ln 2 and t. Okay? So ln E is 1. So therefore, to solve the t, I simply take ln 9 divided by ln half ln 2. No ln, like that. Like that, Then you just press the calculator. So let me show you how it key, So fraction, ln 9 half ln 2. So we get 6.33985. Okay, so this one, 6.33, because this one represent the year. They ask you find the year in which the amount of bacteria first reach. Okay, it's in the 6th year. This one means that it's in the 6th year. Okay, the 0.33 means that if you times 12 months, it simply means that it is like, okay, if I minus 6, then times 12 months. So that means somewhere in April lah. Correct? So that means in the year 2016, see here, 1st Jan 2010 plus 6 years is 1st Jan 2016. And then after that, this one is 4 months. It means that, okay, it will be in April. Then they will first reach the 450,000 bacteria. Okay? So, since it's the 6th year, it means that it's in year 2016. Okay? So, this is how you do this question. Okay, next, R formula. This will be the last question for the day. Today we only do 12.9K. I think today my last live was 70 over K, All my students, the finger numb already. Not able to do the combo . Okay, come. Let's do the R formula. So, over here, let's read the question. Yeah, just now was raining, right? The diagram shows a circular garden. Okay. Farmer decided to fence part of the garden. He put fence around the perimeter A, B, C, D. So, this shape, a quadrilateral. So, they tell us that BC is 8, CD is 5. 90 degree, okay, and then they also see is degree, so you know that you need to work in degree, okay? Thanks for the rows. Okay, now, given that CM is perpendicular, okay, this simply means that it is 90 degree. They ask you to express CM and AB in terms of theta. So let's take a look at this, the diagram. CM is here. You always try to spot right angle triangle where you can see the theta. So over here, okay, I can draw out. I like to draw out separately so it's easier to see. So this is theta, this is B, this is M, this is C. We know this is 8. So over here, I'm going to, based on the theta, this is my opposite, this is my adjacent, and this is my hypotenuse. You don't write in other language. it will easily get blocked. My moderator might block you, okay? So, in this case, because I want to find CM, CM is opposite, and I'm given hypotenuse. So, O and H, I'm going to use sine. So, based on this diagram, I will say, okay, my sine theta is equals to CM over 8. And put over 1, cross multiply, so my CM is equals to 8 sine theta. So they say express CM in terms of theta, so this will be the first part. Now let's take a look at how I'm going to find my AB. Okay, AB a little bit tricky. So look at the diagram, my AB is here. So my AB, okay, you need to find a way whereby still make use of the theta. So my AB, I'm going to label this as X, this point here as X. So AB is equals to AM plus MB. Correct? My MB, I can use the same triangle to form the theta. R formula. Trigo, A math, Trigo, R formula. It's the last chapter for the A math Trigo. A math Trigo is a very huge topic. Now all the school teachers are struggling to finish up the Trigo. They start with the Trigo function, Trigo graph, then we have the Trigo equation, then after we have the identity, addition, double angle, and then R formula. A very big topic. Okay, but a few schools didn't manage to cover all. So some of my students, thank God, they only tested up to maybe say 11.2. Okay, so this R formula is the last part of the Trigo, A math Trigo. So this one, be it whether N level or O level, you are tested for R formula. So MB over here, you can see that this I'm going to write here. Based on this, it will be A and H. So therefore, it is cosine. So it is cosine theta is equals to MB over 8. So cross multiply, my MB will be equals to cosine theta, 8 cosine theta. Yeah, teacher Kenji cannot understand your Malayu, is it? I think you all speak in Malayu, is it? Okay. So now I have my MB already. So how am I going to find my AM? Okay, see, AM is same as DX. Okay. So how am I going to find my DX? Look over here. There's this mini triangle here. So I'm going to draw out so you can see better. This is X, this is C, this is D. And then DC is 5. Now, the next question you need to ask yourself is, where is my theta, correct? Okay, where is my theta? Okay, now let's see. This use a little bit of the properties of circle. You know, opposite angles, they add up to become 180 degree. So if this is 90, this is actually 90. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sides touch the circumference of the circle. So select chord opposite angles add up to be 180 degree. So you can write here, you can say angle BCD is equals to 180 minus 90, which is 90 degree. So because here is 90, this is 90. Because this is theta, this is 90 minus theta. Correct now? And that is why, see, this is 90. This is 90 minus theta. Therefore, this is theta. Understand? Very crucial, very crucial. Because if your theta put on the wrong side, that means you got it wrong already. So I repeat, how I know that this angle is theta. So these two angles, opposite angle, angle A and angle C, they add up to become 180. So 180 divided by 90, so I know this angle C is 90 degree. Look at this triangle BMC. Here is 90, here is theta. So the third angle will be 90 minus theta. And because my angle C is 90, and this small angle here is 90 minus theta, therefore this side will be theta. Okay? Okay, so with this, now I can find my dx. So based on this is my opposite, this is my adjacent, and this is my hypotenuse. So I want to find x dx, because AM is equals to dx. So dx is opposite, so I'm going to use sine. So sine theta is equals to dx over 5. Cross multiply, dx equals to 5 sine theta. Won't it be negative theta? Huh? Why negative theta? Where got negative theta? You mean this one? No, it is not. Let me show you. You see here. Okay. 90 degree. The red color angle C is 90, right? When I minus 90 minus theta, you should put bracket. Is 90 minus 90 minus minus plus theta. That is why we know that it is theta. Right, Wu? Agree? Yes. Okay, must put the bracket. So now I know my dx is 5 sine theta and my MB is 8 cosine theta. So therefore my AM, my AB will be equals to 5 sine theta plus 8 cosine theta. And we are done. Because in this part A, they want CM, which I found it here, and they want AB, which I found it here. So AB is a lot more tricky because we need to make use a lot of triangle. And some more you need to figure out where is your theta. 4 marks. Okay? Okay, so now let's move on to the part B. Part B say, show that L, the length of fencing needed for perimeter, is given by this. Okay? So we will know that my L is equals to AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. Okay, DA or AD also doesn't matter. Okay, my AB I already have, which is here. So 5 sine theta plus 8 cosine theta. What is BC? BC is where is it? BC is 8. So this is plus 8. What's my CD? CD is 5. So it's plus 5. Okay, then I do not have my DA. I don't have my DA. So this DA you need to do additional step. So my DA is over here, which is the same as MX. So MX, I will have to take CM minus CX. Sure, go eat dinner, Or you go eat dinner, Go. Okay, can watch the replay for this last question, Claire. Okay, so this DA will be CM minus CX. Okay? Whereby my CM, we already found it over here, which is 8 sine theta. Now the question is, what is my CX? CX, I will use this triangle. CX is adjacent. So therefore, if I'm going to find my CX, okay, I'll do it here. It will be cosine theta equals to CX over 5. Therefore, my CX is equals to 5 cosine theta. Now, I know, okay, so it's minus 5 cosine theta. So now this one, just put it in here. So it's plus 8 sine theta minus 5 cosine theta. So let's simplify this. When you simplify, you will get 13 because 8 plus 5. For the sine theta, 5 plus 8, so it's plus 13 sine theta. Cosine 8 minus 5, so it's plus 3 cosine theta. Okay, let's shift a little bit because they put the cosine in front. So you just write, okay, so it's 13 plus 3 cosine theta plus 13 sine theta. Shown. Okay, so this is how you form all the, using Tuakaso to go and form all the length in terms of sine or in terms of cosine. So these first two parts already a 6 marks question. And again, exam definitely will come out R formula. Okay, it's a confirmed one. Okay, now let's go to part C. So part C asks you to put it in terms of the R formula. So this question is tricky in the sense that there is a number there. Okay, let me write out the L first. So from the previous, my L was 13 plus 3 cosine theta plus 13 sine theta. This was from the front part. So I know students, let's say for example, that when they see this, they, oh, okay, change to R formula, I know. Then when they see a number in front, then they are very, good night, okay? So they will wonder how going to change this. So actually, we just apply R formula on this part, can already. So this 13, just put it outside, it doesn't matter one. Okay, so that means it will be equals to 13 plus R cosine theta minus this. Okay, just need to focus on the two terms. So let's find out my R. So my R, simply take the 3 and 13, square them, and then square root. So we will have square root 178. Then this thing will be tangent inverse B over A. So it will be 13 over 3. So we have 77.0053 degree. So we will say, okay, so therefore my L is equals to 13 plus square root 178 cosine theta minus round off to 1 dp, 77.0 degree. Done. So this is for part C. Okay, that's for part C. Last part, 3 marks question. Okay, again, R formula, they cannot change a lot. Okay, it's always similar. The last part, they always ask you, let's say for example, they ask you to find the corresponding theta. Okay, and then in this situation, they say that the farmer used exactly 26.2 meter of fencing. And you see our equation, our L is this. So I just need to form equation and say this whole thing is equals to 26.2. So 13 plus square root 178 cosine theta minus, take note, you see this one I always write the long number. Don't write the rounded off one. So it will be 77.0053 degree is equals to 26.2. So actually this last part is actually solving trigo equation. Okay, this last part is like solving trigo equation, okay? So what I'm going to do is here, what your task is, you've got to make the cosine theta minus 77.0053 degree equals to 26.2 minus 13 first, then divide by square root 178. Okay. The maximum and minimum can. Later it's the same question, I'm going to talk about the maximum and minimum, okay? So this part, so see, this is a positive value. Okay, this is a positive value. So if it's cosine positive, is in the first and fourth quadrant. Okay, this is a tricky question. Why? Because a lot of students never do the minus 360. So, I repeat, cosine positive is in the first and fourth quadrant. So, the first thing is, I'm going to find my basic angle first. So, it will be cosine inverse, this 26.2 minus 13 over square root 178. I will get 8.3569 degree. And every time we will find our first two. The first two will depend on what quadrant we are interested in. So my theta minus 77. So theta minus 77.0053 will be equals to first quadrant will be the basic. Okay, the fourth quadrant is 360 minus 8.3569. Which is equals to 351.6431 degree. So this is my first two. Always get your first two first. And then after that, you need to plus 360 and minus 360 and see what is whether they fall into the range. So I'm going to write here the very important thing that students always never write. First, they tell me that my theta is from 0 to 90. So I'm going to write out my answer range. Answer range is theta is between 0 to 90 degree. I have to find my working range. So my theta minus 77.0053 will be between negative 77.0053, 90 minus this. So we're going to take 90 minus 77.0053, 12.9947. So you know that your working range is between negative 77 to 12.99. So these two, you will have to go and plus and minus 360. Okay, this part you know you will reject already, because this is not inside my working range. So over here, this one, if I plus 360, it is out of range. So we are not interested. If I'm going to minus 360, it is also out of range. I'm not interested. But this is important. See here, this value, if I minus 360 degree, I get negative 8.3569. And this negative 8.3569 is within my working range. So actually, I can tell you 90% of the students will not do this part. Because they let's say they know how to do this one, then they never do the check of plus 360 and minus 360. So in this case, I have two answers. But of course, this is not my final answer yet because I need to solve my theta. So therefore, my theta will be, I have to take this 8.3569 degree plus 77.0053. Why is it plus? Because here is minus, bring over become plus. And I will get 85.3622. Next, this one already reject, so I don't have to bother to work out this one. But this is within my range. So I have to take this minus 8.3569 plus the 77.0053. So therefore, I have another answer which is 68.6484 degree. Round off to 1 dp, 85.4 as well as 68.6 degree. So that's how we get this. Okay, 90% of the students get this, but only 10% of the students get this one, because 10% of the student 10% of the student do this one, but 90% of the student never do this one. So they never get this one. Understand? So remember, this is very important. Always find out what is your working range to find out how you're going to do the first line. You need to plus 360 and minus 360 to how many? Okay, so we are done with the last part. So just now I mentioned, I'm going to do additional question whereby if this question asks for the maximum or minimum. Okay, so I'm going to write out here my L is equals to 13 plus square root 178 cosine theta minus 77.0053 degree. So if they ask for maximum, what is my maximum L? Question mark. Okay, additional question, which is also commonly asked question. They ask maximum L. Okay, now let's talk back about our fundamental about if I say y is equals to 13 plus 3 cosine theta. Example. Okay, let's talk about this one. Let's find out what is the amplitude. The amplitude is 3. My shift is 13. Okay, I don't care about the period. So over here, how do I draw this graph? Okay, I will have my x-axis here, and then maybe this is my line, which is the shift, which is y equals to 13. My amplitude is 3. So 13 plus 3, I will have 16. Then 13 minus 3, I will have 10. Correct? So you can see that the maximum is 16 and the minimum is 10. Agree or not? Can someone reply me? Do you agree that for this graph, my maximum is 16 and my minimum is 10? Agree? Hey, Claire, I thought you go eat dinner. Okay, so it is the same concept. But of course, over here, there is this minus 77. But it doesn't matter. Because minus 77 is actually phase shift. Phase shift, if you want to plot the graph go left, right. Okay, it doesn't go up, down. So it doesn't affect the maximum, minimum. Okay. So the phase shift go left, right. It doesn't affect my amplitude. It doesn't affect my max and minimum. So it means that in this situation, if I'm going to so-called draw the graph, this is not the actual graph. This is not actual graph. Because I never draw the shift. This is my shift. So again, it is also 13. And it will be, here will be square root 178, correct? Yeah. Because amplitude, So therefore, do you agree that my maximum L is simply just take the shift 13, go and plus the square root 178. So 13 plus square root 178, the maximum will be 26.34. So round off, 3SF is 26.3 meter. Right? So that's the maximum. If they ask for minimum, same. So my minimum L will be 13 minus, so 13 minus square root 178. So this one change to minus. So negative. So it will become minus 0.3416, round to 3SF, negative 0.342. Which of course this one doesn't make sense because length cannot be negative, okay? This is only for illustration, I just want to show that maximum simply take the shift plus the amplitude. Minimum simply take the shift minus the amplitude. So the concept is exactly the same as normal trigo graph. Okay, now the next question is, what is the corresponding theta? Correct? So let's talk about this one. Actually, the answer is straight away cosine. This one is equals to 1. But how do you know it's cosine equals to 1? So now I'm going to say, okay, 13 plus square root 178 cosine theta minus 77.0053 degree. you already work out that the maximum is this, agree? So it's equals to 13 plus square root 178. Do you agree that if I bring this over, 13 minus 13 disappear, huh? And then after that, so it becomes square root 178 cosine theta minus 77.0053 degree equals to square root 178 plus 13 minus 13. So what I did was the 13 I bring over, this one net off, 0. Now I left with these two. So cosine theta minus 77.0053 is equals to square root 178 divided by square root 178. And what does it give you? 1. Correct now? So that means the maximum occurs when cosine this is equals to 1. Can everyone understand this part? Shah, you asked me for the maximum and corresponding. Do you understand this part? Yup, good. Okay, so then after that, I need to find the corresponding theta. I don't have to do all the basic angle and blah, 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 because this is extreme value. So all you need is you ask yourself, cosine graph, where is the 1? The 1 happens at 0 degree and 360. So you will say, okay, theta minus 77.0053 equals to 0 degree and 360 degree. So therefore, my theta is 0 plus 77, so it's 77.0053. And this one plus this one is already out of range. But if you want to write, you also can. 360 plus 77.0053. So I have 437.0053. This one can reject. So round off to 1 dp, 77.0 degree. Done. So you see, okay, maximum value is this. And it happens at theta equals to 77.0 degree. Okay. So in this case, if they will not ask for minimum, because minimum L in this situation, it is invalid. Okay, so it will not happen. This is A math under R formula, the last chapter of trigo, the last topic, subtopic of trigo. Okay, Shah, can you understand this maximum minimum thing already? Good. Okay, so we finish